My name is Marian Danas, and this is my performance task for English. Hey, you want to hear a funny story? I call this just kitten around. Kittens and puppies are playful. It's just in their nature, and apparently so is playing pranks on their siblings. My biggest female cat, about 10 pounds, has said, like the seat to the side of the full bathtub inside the shower curtain. My littlest female cat, about 4 pounds, ran across the house, slouched around the corner into the bathroom, shoved the big female into the tub through the shower curtain, and take a shot back to the other side of the house. She never knew what hit her. But, anyways, did you know that the nose print of a cat or dog is so unique, much like a human fingerprint? Wow, isn't that interesting? So, if you must choose what's gonna extinct, dogs or cats? Can't pick? Let me tell you all about them. So, today I would like to discuss about dogs and cats, how they are different, and did you know that there has been recently debate which is better, dogs or cat? Both are cute, both are fluffy, both are great, but in my opinion, dogs are a lot better. Let me explain why. First, how they are different. Cats were domesticated much later, while there is some debate when exactly dogs were domesticated. It has been estimated to be up to 40,000 years ago, as they would have helped early humans to hunt. Cats, on the other side, hens are believed to have been domesticated up only 12,000 years ago when agriculture evolved, as they were effective for pest control. Dogs are more social species. Dogs have evolved from a social species, and so often they benefit from form of companionship. Cats, cats, however, have evolved as species and so don't need other cats to be their friend. In fact, cats often become stressed when made to live with each other unless they have a strong social bond. Cats rely on more scent for communication. Cats rely on scent for communication as they are a social species. Dogs rely on heavily on body language, facial cues, and to communicate with each other. As cats more solitary, they rely more on scent communication with other cats. Scent glands on their cheeks and paws mean they can let other know let other cats know where have they been rubbing or scratching the surface. Cats are better at hunting, even though have evolved from a species that would have able to hunt in packs. They have not retained their hunting behavior like cats. Cats need to be able to express their natural hunting behavior as it releases happy hormones in their brain. So it's important that they could stalk and pounce toys. Dogs don't need to eat meat. Dogs are omnivores, meaning they provided have nutritionally balanced diet. They do not necessarily need to eat meat. Cats, however, are obligate carnivores, so they must have meat in their diet in order to get all the nutrients to keep them healthy. This is the similarity between dogs and cats. They both can be trained. It's a common misconception that cats cannot be trained like dogs can. However, with a bit of positive reinforcement, cats can be taught all sort of things from responding to their name, sitting under command. You just need to find something they like to encourage them. They both need love and care. Cats often considered to be easier to look after than dogs and not requires as much input from their owner. However, while there can be bit more independent than dogs, cats still needs a lot of care to ensure their needs are met. They can be both part of family. As any pet owner will know, our furry friends really do make a house a home and manage to quickly warm into our hearts. And despite their difference, cats and dogs can live happily alongside each other, provided they have the proper introduction. Here are some tips if you're gonna get a new pet. First, let your cat settle in. When you adopt a new cat, you can expect that she will need a time to and acclimate her new surroundings. Dr. Megan E. Maxwell, certified applied animal behaviorist, CAAB, and the owner of Pet Behavior Change, explains that understand the new cat may be timid on her surroundings and may not show all of her normal play behavior or other personality characteristic first. Um, keep keep your new cat separate from other cats. If you have other cats in the household, you should keep them separated from new cat until she has settled into her new routine. Cats are all about routine and territory. Dr. Behren continued, if there are other cats in the house, it is critical that they avoid visual contact until the new cat is comfortable in the new home and has started to adapt to the to a daily routine. So, the general recommendation is to keep a cat separated for 2 weeks. Can be considered quarantine period so that you can make your new kitty doesn't have an respiratory infection or a parasite. After 2 weeks period, it will be the up to the your up to the new kitty to set place for acclimating to their new home. There is no magical number of days it will take your cat to settle in. Be patient and give them time, and you will set your new relationship for success. Have her space up beforehand. To help your cat settle in, Dr. Maxwell recommends having the cat set up before you bring her home. She explains be sure to have litter box and food and water bowls set up before bringing the cat home and start with small spaces for the cat at first. Dr. Brehan says it is critical to establish some area in your house that belongs to the cat, and it's important to allow them to widen their territory slowly, overcoming this day or weeks. This is how you do it with dogs. Gather your supplies. Get everything you'll need to make him safe, comfortable, and before bringing him home, in addition to the basic, a collar leash, as well food and water bowls. You also need a dog bed, pet gate, toys, treats, and grooming supplies. It's also a good idea to have training pads and its mighty cleaner on hand for accident in the early stage of house training. Number two, prepare your home. Swimming or storm baby proofing is always safe and smart idea to ready your space before Pop comes over. Walk through the home and stay away items that might be harmful or small over curious pops and pick up those items you don't want to get you. You should prepare the rest of family too. Discuss which is family member will take up the feeding, walking, training. If other animals already live in the home, be sure to their shut or up to date for everyone's safety. And if you have cats, you should have to you should have a designated dog-free area where they can be retrieved, giving them a way to acclimate to the new arrival's excitement on their safe own time. They might seem like overkill to some, but this preparation helps keep your pooch and safe eases everyone's transition process. Assign a safe space for him, just as you would for existing pets. Make the same private space for your new. Some parents have an aversion to the dog spray, but the non-profit best friends hold the dogs actually as their own room to rest. Much like then, they also serve as a place filled while they adjust. If you prefer not to use crate, of course, use a petty to block off room just for him. You can visit and you should always be thankful because they are theirs, because without them there will be lonely, and uh there are some things that can fill up with the the human friendship. That is all. Thank you.